Alright, so we're going to be doing another 13-inch MacBook Pro model A1502. This is another late 2013 battery replacement. Alright, so same as before, if you watch my other video, again, doing this with my broken right clavicle, so I have one arm not functioning 100%, so if I can do this, you should be able to do this as well. So first we're going to remove all the screws from the bottom using a Pentalobe 1.2 or P5 screwdriver. You want to keep the screws in order. I do that by putting them flat side down like this on my desk in the pattern I remove it. So we're removing it in this rectangle pattern, and that's how I'm going to put them laid out. So just like this, okay, just like that. Alright, you want to keep the screws in order because, again, they can be different size, shape, and lengths. If you mix them up, you can damage your computer. And if you're wondering, if you already mix them up, the back two here in the middle are shorter than the rest. Other than that, for the most part, at least these bottom case screws are the same. Alright, but again, it's always a good idea to keep the screws in order because mixing them up can cause problems. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue removing all the screws. If this video does end up helping you fix your computer, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can also fix their devices as well. And yeah, we're just going to continue doing this. Also, please consider contributing to the channel or donating. This is getting difficult with my broken arm and medical bills and junk, making it kind of costly. Alright, so now I'm just kind of trying to record everything I work on. But there we go. Remove all those 10 screws. Then we're going to take the bottom cover off. So to do that, just go from the back where the hinge is, and then you kind of just wiggle it a little as you pull it up. There we go, and pop those clips. Alright, this is very dusty and gross inside, so I am going to take this out, especially back here. I'm going to take a toothbrush, scrub it, and blow it out with my electric air blower. Alright, so I'll see you guys in a bit after I clean out the dust from inside. Alright, so I'm back, cleaned it off. Here you can see, kind of just used some water to clean off this. Alright, and then we just brushed out the dust and blew it out so all that gunk is gone. Alright, so just like the other battery replacements that we've done, let's zoom in. Alright, of course, we're going to disconnect the battery first. So get under there. Alright, here you can see the connector, and we're just going to pull that out. Alright, I'm going to lay this down so it's easier, and then we're just going to go ahead and pull both corners. And it's kind of stuck. Okay, why is it stuck so strong? There we go. Alright, so got that connector out, and now we're going to undo the screws. Let's zoom out again. Alright, so let's switch to a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver bit. Alright, we're going to remove the screw for the battery connector here. Again, keep the screws in order. Okay, and then we're going to remove all the screws for the speaker. So there's 3 screws on each speaker. Again, keep them in order. Right, just like that. Same thing with the other side. Alright, these are the only screws we need to remove for this, and then all the rest is removing adhesive. Alright. Alright, now that we got all the speaker screws out, what we're going to do, we're going to actually remove this speaker here. So just lift this up over here, swing it over so that it goes outside of this screw mount. Okay, there we go. And then to get this speaker out, just like every other one, let me zoom in here. Right, get your fingernail or a pry tool in here. Sorry, there we go. There's an adhesive as well underneath, so get as close underneath as close to the connector as you can, and then pry that part up. Okay, so just like this, and there we go. Alright, then we're going to go to the other side. This speaker we actually don't want to remove all the way, So, because then you have to get all these brackets and stuff out. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna lift it up, kind of pull the adhesive away from the wall here, okay? And just rotate this over. You can actually leave the adhesive there, but we are going to have to undo the adhesive on the side here. All right, so to do this, to remove the battery, I use a thin flat pry tool like this that's flexible. If you want to know where to get this, I don't know where to get this specific one because I bought this used from someone that they were selling it as like a frosting spatula, but this, they told me, came from a pharmacy that closed down. So what I found that's very similar is this spatula. It's metal. It's much thicker, probably like 3 times the thickness. So what I did was I took a metal file and I actually filed this down to be super thin at the end. So this actually works really well as well. Okay, but I like to use this. Maybe I should try using this one for the entire repair one time, so that way if people want, they can buy this, because this one is actually kind of nice because the back end is round. This one is kind of sharp, so it's nice for kind of pulling sideways, but pushing that other one will kind of like cut into your hand. So anyways, we're going to try and do this with this spatula that I can actually recommend to people and show them where they can buy this. So I sanded down, or I used again, a metal file to file this down really thin. And then I actually even used a knife sharpener to sharpen this edge so it's pretty sharp. All right, anyways, we're going to use this to scrape underneath. So just get underneath, and then we're going to push this. I'm going to push it against my body because my right clavicle is broken and it kind of hurts for me to use that. So we're going to do it this way. Okay, just like this. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and get underneath here as well. Same thing. Push the tool underneath. Cut the adhesive. Continue going. There we go. Just like this. And there we go. All right, so we cut out that whole piece. Did they put screws there? I've never seen that before. They actually put 2 screws here. Okay, so we are going to have to remove some screws here as well. Usually what I see is they put little rubber stoppers there, so this is very strange. This model, I mean, I've worked on so many 2013 models, so I don't know if somebody opened this before and added these screws, but apparently it has 4 T5 screws holding the battery pack down. Interesting. All right, so let's remove these 4 screws as well. I've never seen that before on any of the MacBooks I've worked on. So this is very strange. First time I've seen this. All right. I don't know why this is the first time I've seen that. It looks like it was designed that way, so it's kind of strange. All right. Maybe one time they were trying this method and then they felt it was unnecessary. All right, so we got these side out. We're gonna get out this side now. So rotate that over. Same thing. All right, get the tool and just push it underneath, just like that. There we go. Get underneath this one. Same thing. All right. Okay, and then cut through this last bit there. Probably damaging the edge, hitting the thing there, but there we go. Okay, so now we cut through both those. Hopefully I'm not damaging these battery packs. Let's see underneath. Okay, looks okay. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and cut underneath here. So if you've watched my other videos, it's slightly raised up. Ow. My arm kind of hurts to hold it like this, but there you go. So it's slightly raised up because of the trackpad here. So we're gonna have to lift the tool slightly up and then go ahead and cut underneath. Okay, so just like this. Usually I'll go on top of this small one and then underneath this one, just because the tool is a little bit short to do it from both sides. Okay, so just like this, and cut through that. Okay. And we're just gonna do this all the way through for the entire battery pack, okay? All the way towards the bottom, just like this. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's all cut, it looks like. Right, we're going to go back towards the top a little bit. You want to be careful not to cut too much this way because you do have the keyboard connector here and the trackpad connector there. Okay, so you want to be careful not to push the tool too far up that way. All right, so there we go, we got that. Let's rotate it. We're going to go ahead and cut the upper parts later. So continue going this way. Right, again, you have to make sure to get on top of the trackpad area. What is it hitting? It feels like it's hitting something else. So let's look here. Okay, so that should be fine. All right, then cut through that adhesive. There we go. Sorry, my head's getting in the way. Okay, cut through that as well. And just keep working your way all the way down. Go. Okay. Almost there. There we go. Okay, so now we got all the bottom part lifted up. Now we're going to go ahead and cut this way, and you want to be careful. If you want, you can kind of measure it and put your finger there so that you don't accidentally cut too far. And then we'll just go like this, okay? So just like that. I'm gonna go this and keep working our way over. Okay. Just like that. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and lift the battery pack up. Hopefully we cut through all of it. Then you can lift this up just like that and flip it over. Oh, there's still some adhesive stuck there. Oh, again, be careful. I was actually grabbing the speaker. And there we go. So we cut through all of that. Here you can see the pack is completely intact. We didn't puncture it or anything. All right, so that's good. I'm gonna drop that aside. Okay, and now we're gonna get out all this old adhesive. So you wanna slowly peel it away. And if there's residue like this, we're just gonna have to dissolve it with isopropyl rubbing alcohol. Okay. All right, so let's continue peeling off all this adhesive. Again, this is a long, tedious process. A lot of people ask why I don't fast forward over this, and that's because I kind of want to let the customers see how much work goes into it if they want to watch the video. And also, if you're working on your device, it's good to see how much work you're going to have to put into this thing to replace the battery. So, I mean, technically you can leave all this adhesive in here, but then your battery's going to rattle around and it might cause some issues. So we're going to go ahead and try and peel all of it out. All right. Just like this. Okay. You want to scrape up a little bit of it and then grab the edge and slowly peel it away. If you try and just scrape all of it, you're going to end up with all this residue and it's going to be a lot more difficult to clean that up. So that's why we're trying to get as much of this off cleanly without having to just scrape it all up. All right. There we go. Okay. Peel this off. There you go. And you want to peel it kind of slow because if you peel too fast, it will just shred to pieces. Most of this ended up getting cut up and stuck to the battery, so we're going to just scrape what we can off. Okay. Here you can see the trackpad connector and the keyboard connector I was talking about earlier. If you're not careful, you could easily damage those. All right. Okay, continue scraping this stuff up and peeling it back. There we go. Peel this all off. Oops. All of this keeps shredding, which is going to make it more difficult when we have to remove the residue. Come on, stay in one piece so I can peel it all off. Alright, peel this up. Almost done. Three more pieces, assuming they come out in one piece. Go. That's two pieces. Last one, and then we're going to clean up the residue. Go. All right, now let's clean up this adhesive residue. So the way you do that, get a piece of paper towel, fold it up like this, get a bunch of rubbing alcohol, preferably like higher percentage. This is 91%. Right, I'm going to soak up the paper towel like this. Okay, and then what you want to do is kind of just get the rubbing alcohol all on this adhesive that's stuck there. Okay, we'll work on one side first to make it a little bit easier. You want to try and keep this adhesive wet with the rubbing alcohol. Okay, and that will dissolve this stuff so that it becomes like slime instead of being solid. Okay, so here you go. We should be able to kind of scrape this stuff up. Alright. So here you can see all the white gunk is getting scraped off. Alright, that's the adhesive residue. Okay, now I'm going to get another paper towel and just wipe that gunk off. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and wipe it some more. Anywhere you see the residue, just wipe, spend a little extra time there. Okay. Alright, and now let's scrape that stuff up. Alright, this one actually looks like a piece of plastic is stuck with it, so I don't know. Try and scrape that all up. All right, oops, I broke my razor blade off. Let's reattach my razor blade here. Okay, and we'll go ahead and wipe this up some more. There we go. All the residue on this side is gone, looks like. All right, let's go ahead and do the same with here. Might need to apply some more rubbing alcohol. So if you keep on rubbing the area with the rubbing alcohol, if it's wet enough, you'll actually feel it turn more like a slime. Okay, so just keep doing that. And you'll actually notice that the color of it changes, it turns more white. Okay. And if you keep working it, it'll eventually all wipe off. Like if you look at this spot I'm wiping, all that residue came out. But it works, if it's a thicker layer, it works better to do that. And then you can see I can scrape up all that gunk. All right, there we go. Try to take a dry one to it. Nope, that didn't work. All right, let's wipe that off. There you go. And we got that one out. All right, so we're going to continue over here. Same thing. Again, it helps to have the paper towel more soaked with the rubbing alcohol. But kind of just get all of the rubbing alcohol into the adhesive. Okay, let's see if we can scrape it off or if I'm going to need to add more. Kind of. Okay, it's working. There we go. Try and scrape all this off and grab that. So got most of it off. We're gonna get a new piece of paper towel. All right. Add some more rubbing alcohol to this. Okay, then just wipe that up. Looks like there's still some residue here that we're gonna have to clean up. We might be able to just clean it off with this. Yep. All right. So this side's done. Let's go ahead and go on to this side. Again, you kind of want a lot of isopropyl alcohol. If it's kind of more liquidy, then it will help dissolve this stuff better. If you wipe it long enough, you can actually get all of it to eventually clean off. But it's easier if you kind of get it all soaked with the isopropyl alcohol and then just use the plastic razor blade to scrape off the residue. Okay, just like that. Go. Clean that off the blade. And then we're going to go ahead and use the paper towel with isopropyl alcohol to clean up the rest of the residue. Here. Alright, now that we got all the thick pieces of the residue out, we're going to get one more clean paper towel and then just wipe that all up. Alright. Check that again. Isopropyl alcohol. Alright. Finding faster ways to get rid of the residue here. Alright, just wipe that up. Same thing here, wipe that up. Be careful with the keyboard and trackpad cables. And wipe that up. All right, there we go. Dry that off. Okay, and now we're going to get the replacement battery and install it. Okay. All right. So just like all the rest, we've got the replacement battery here. Okay, we're going to peel off the protective adhesive coating. Then we're going to line this up. Now I know we have these 4 holes. You can line them up to put the screws in. And then also make sure this is lined up here as well. Okay, then drop these battery packs into place. Just like this. All right. Then we can go ahead and put the speaker back into place. Get the other speaker, slide that over Might have to put that screw in first. Oh, there we go. Okay, slide that into place, line this up. And once you get it all lined up, just push it back down. There we go. All right, let's put back all these screws. Let's try these 4 screws in these bottom, in the battery pack here that I've never seen before. Okay. Might be a little bit difficult to realign these. Okay, let's see, I might have to align it this way first by holding this in place. There we go. Tighten that screw down. Okay. Get the other screw here. Let's put that one in. Is it lined up? Nope. Alright, so this screw, we're going to have to pull this slightly over to the left. There we go. Alright, let's get this screw in down here. And then the last screw in up here for these 4. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and put the battery board screw in. Nice. Alright, and now let's get in the speaker screws. Okay, one here. Make sure these line up. You can push the adhesive back down. Okay, screw here. Alright, just like this. Get the other 3 screws for this speaker. Alright, we got all the speaker screws in. Now we can plug the battery back in. Okay, check here. I like to line up one corner first. Once you got one corner lined up, you can go ahead and push the entire thing down. Alright, now we're going to do a PRAM and SMC reset. Once we make sure everything's okay, we're going to peel off this clear layer. Okay, so we're going to close this, flip it back over. Okay, we're going to do a SMC reset. To do that, Control Option Shift, power button. If you have the charger plugged in and it's orange, it'll go to green and then back to orange. That's how you know you did the SMC reset right. You don't need the charger to be plugged in to do an SMC reset, but that's one way you know it's working properly. Alright, now we're going to do a PRAM reset. Press the power button and then Command Option P and R. Just hold those buttons down. You'll hear the first chime and then wait for the second chime and you can let go of the keys. There we go. Alright, so we did the PRAM reset. Computer's starting up. Here you can see. Alright, so it should be good to go. So now we're just going to peel off that clear layer and we should be fine. Alright, we'll let the computer boot all the way just to make sure. Okay, before this laptop was just staying at 1%. I'm going to move this out of the way just in case it shows the usernames. Okay, it's booting up. There we go, and it's showing 71%. So here you can kind of see some of the thing. And there we go. So we're going to go ahead and peel off that clear layer and then put back the bottom screws. All right, pop the cover back off. To peel the clear layer off, you want to roll the clear layer. You don't want to just pull it straight up because then you can actually separate layers of the battery. Okay, so just peel it off like this and roll it over. All right, this will prevent damaging the battery packs. Okay, just like that. There we go, just like that. Okay, so now we got the battery pack fully, completely installed. I'm gonna go ahead and take this cover and put that back on top. Okay, just line it up, clip it back into place. And then we just put back the rest of the screws. So hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, again, please like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can also work on their devices. Thank you for watching. You're welcome to stay while I put back the rest of the screws, but that's pretty much it. All right. Last 4 screws. Alright, and that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, let's drop this. Alright, see ya.